Hey, what is going on YouTube? What's going on everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing out there today, man? Thank you for tuning in with me. Thank you for spending some time with me here today, man. We're going to be tapping back into some Van Morrison, looking at a song here called Days Like This. All right, this is an official music video, man. We're going to be tapping into checking it out now. Van Morrison, my man, loving the ride so much. Last song we checked out was Moon Dance, and maybe I had a totally different idea of moon dancing than you guys did. Like I said, moon dance, moon shows up at night. Some activities happen at night, such as, I don't know, maybe some bed wrestling and stuff. And maybe that's the term of dancing. And so moon dance totally gave me a different vibe, but it could quite literally just be dancing in the moonlight because that's a really awesome thing to do too. It's a nice idea, right? Just dancing with the beams of the moon on you, man. That's a really good idea too. So let's go ahead and jump into this one though. I don't know what we're getting into here. Van Morrison, Days Like This. What kind of days are we talking about, man? He's specifically talking about some kind of day. We're talking about good days, happy days, bad days, sad days. Let's check it out, see what Van the man has to say today.
Well, it's not always raining. There'll be days like this when there's no one complaining. There'll be days like this when everything falls into place like the flick of a switch. Oh, my mama told me there'll be days like this when you don't need to worry. There'll be days like this when no one's in a hurry. There'll be days like this when all the parts of the puzzle start to look like they should. Then I must remember there'll be days like this.
Yes, sir.
When you don't need an answer, there'll be days like this. When you don't need a chance, there'll be days like this. When you don't get the trade by that old Judas kiss. And I must remember there'll be days like this.
Yeah.
There'll be days like this when everyone is up front, not playing Tracy. When you don't have no freeloaders, I can get there kissing. Well, that's nobody's business. Where did you want to live?
That's such a blues voice.
Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this when no one steps on my dreams. There'll be days like this. People understand what I mean. There'll be days like this when you ring out the changes about everything is. Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this. Oh, my mama told me there'll be days like this. Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this. Oh, my mama told me, she said there'll be days like this.
Hey, Van the man, baby. Van the man, dude. So with this one, I like it. So one thing I really like about this song, it was actually released in 1995, so we're quite a bit in the future from where I've first been introduced to Van Morrison. So I don't know how many people are going to be rocking with me today that stayed with Van this whole time. But I like this one. One thing, the biggest thing that I noticed, at least what I was taking in when I was hearing the song, was it sounded like it was mostly positive stuff, right? He talked about when his pretty much no one's going to step on his dreams, right there off the first line, when it's not always raining. So it sounded like, I'm going to read through this and see if it was all positive, but it sounded mostly positive. And I think, man, what a way to kind of bless your mom with this song because mama told me there's gonna be days like this. So to me, it sounds like, at least in the story of this song, I don't know if it was necessarily a real part of his life. Hopefully it was, but it sounded like if you're kind of referencing mama in this song, man, that your mom had a positive impact on you, that mom was feeding you really good positive vibes and information. And he kind of wrote a song about that. Is, hey, I got to remember when things are looking up and things are working out for me and everything's going right. Mama did say there would be days like this, right? Because uh, typically, I guess if you're thinking about when you talk with your parents, right? Maybe you're running to your parents with problems and your parents are trying to help you fix it. And sometimes those are the things that really stick in a kid's mind is like when people help them get through tough times. I know there are so many moments in my life that I cling to and I just think is very pivotal moments that changed the projection of my path that I was on, man. And I'm just dang, that was a really important moment or that was a really important person. But it's usually in relation to when things weren't going right, they helped me get on the right track. But he's talking about just the positive vibes, saying, "Hey, you told me that things were gonna work out for me. You told me to believe in my dreams. You told me to chase my passions, my desires. You said there would be days like this where I reflect on it and I say, dang, I'm on top of this mountain right now. Mama, you were right. You told me there would be days like this." That's pretty cool. It's really cool to just think about. See, yeah, we got it's not always raining. No one's complaining. Everything falls into place, right? Mama told me there'd be days like that. You don't need to worry. No one's in a hurry. You don't get betrayed by that old Judas kiss. You don't need an answer. You don't meet a chancer. All the parts of the puzzle start to look like they fit, right? Everything's falling into place. Everything's going so good. Dang it, mama told me there'd be days like this. Everyone is up front and they're not playing tricks. Don't have no freeloaders out to get their kicks. Nobody's business. It's nobody's business the way that you want to live. Hey, that reminds me of that Emmylou Harris song that I did right there. Right, it's nobody's business the way you want to live. Where she was just talking about getting away and kind of being herself. No one steps on my dreams, man. People understand what I mean. You ring out the changes of how everything is. This is a great one. I just got done talking the other day about a Todd Rundgren song that I did where he really wrote on something, a topic that I am not familiar with people writing on. And he was just talking about how our relationship came to its end, the head of the relationship, and it stopped because this person just wouldn't trust him, right? And they kind of ruined, they sourpussed the relationship by being so negative and accusatory that he was messing around when he wasn't, and that just took all the love and fun out of the relationship. They killed it. This also makes me think of a kind of song that I'm not familiar with anyone writing to my own experience yet. I don't think there's somebody who has really said, Mama said it was all going to work out. Mama said stay positive. Mom told me these positive days were coming to keep my head in the game. So this is also like a first time for me right here with Van Morrison writing on a topic that I don't think I've seen anyone else write on. I've seen parent love and parent appreciation, but this specific style of writing right here, really amazing. God, I love lyrics, man. I love lyrics. So it's cool to dive into and just think, dang, man, you're a first for me with this track right here. You're a first for me with this vibe on a song. So really cool stuff, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully I've heard this one before, and if you haven't, hopefully you enjoyed it today, hearing it for the first time here with me. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. I really appreciate that. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget like, subscribe, check out the descriptions down below for other ways you can help the channel, including becoming a channel member here on my YouTube, my Patreon, or donation request. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, peace.